Hello, my friends. Welcome to part 3 of Sounds of Spring. I'm wearing the same dress as Sounds of Spring part 2. Yes, because we're recording this on the same day, right? For several reasons. Well, that song is wonderful. That's from 1947, yeah. It's a most unusual day. And you know, spring days are just such beautiful days. It's a most unusual day. Well, actually, most springs, unless you're having a torrential rainstorm, are lovely. I enjoyed walking in the rain. I haven't done this I don't walk much anymore. But I remember back in my 20s and 30s and that I used to enjoy walking in the rain, my umbrella. There's just something about it. Staying away from the puddles. Yeah, beautiful. Well, my friends, I want to do this one now. And, well, let's see if you know it, right? You know how I do these shows. I play the song. You guess the name of the song, movie, who recorded it, to jog your memory. And then after the song, one or two songs, I will give you the info about them, right? Okay, here's one. That song is called Today. Today, and it talks about the blossoms, the blossoms clinging to the vine. 1964, that song was done by the New Christy Minstrels. It was written by Randy Sparks, who actually was the founder of the New Christy Minstrels, right? Okay, let's go on. first song was Spring, Spring, Spring. 1953, that was in a musical called Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. Well, this song is very, very special to me, mainly because it was in that musical that Dante danced in. Dante had married Rosie Clooney, Rosemary Clooney, who I've told you about before. I was so happy to have her for a friend. Rosie was just one special lady, and she had this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful love between her and Dante. Rosie. Rosie made my husband very happy. She would write to him from her home out in California and give him encouragement when he was going through so much cancer. We were invited out to her home, but Gary just got too bad. We couldn't travel out there. What a super lady. And then the song Picnic. That was a big hit for the McGuire sisters, 1955. And now one thing about Picnic, the words were written by Steve Allen. Yes. Steve Allen wrote, I think, something like 400 some songs. Yeah. The wonderful Steve Allen. I had the pleasure of having dinner with Steve Allen back when I was on the boats. He had come to talk to the audience and do a show for them. And he asked me to have dinner with him, and it was just wonderful. Wonderful man. But he was really getting up in there, getting rather frail. And I'd see him sit in what we call the forward cabin lounge, and he would have a kind of like an Afghan around him and would sit by himself. From what I hear after his wife passed away, that he just never was the same after that. But a wonderful man. I enjoyed spending time with him. All right. Picnic, yeah, that song Picnic that I just did, and then I was just thinking when I was putting this show together that this is a great time for a picnic, isn't it? Yeah, go out and have a picnic. All right, let's get on. lovely breeze in the spring. Yes, bringing along with it those aromas of the beautiful flowers. Yes. Well, first song, a big hit for Katrina Valenti, 1955. The song is The Breeze and I, and that actually was published in 1928. The next song, 1926, that song came out. It's called Breezing Along with the Breeze, right? And that was a signature song for Fred Waring and the Pennsylvanians. I know that I'm bringing up things that, data that maybe you just have forgotten, especially the Medicare crowd. My people. It makes me happy when I hear that young folks listen to my music, and that's good. That's good for them. Here's something besides what they're hearing on the radios these days, right? All right, how about this one? Remember it? That song is from 1966, and it's called Wish Me a Rainbow. Yeah. Well, with our lovely soft rains, and then the sun comes out, and there's a rainbow, right? That was in a movie called This Property is Condemned, something like that. And it starred Natalie Wood, right? And one of my favorite male actors, Robert Redford. Right? Okay. Well, I'm going to do this song. I'm going to tell you this song. The song is called Poinciana, and that means Song of the Trees. Now, the Poinciana blooms in the spring, and it has these beautiful red flowers, kind of like a coral red flowers. It's absolutely beautiful, just filled with blossoms. Well, this is a song that actually came out in 1936. I want to play it for you. Here it is, Poinciana. love to play that song. Well, my friends, thank you so much for coming. But before I do, let me tell you about these two songs. 1926, when the red, red robin comes bob, bob, bobbing along. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of you out there were singing along, because that's a great sing-along song. Yeah. Now, the next one I did because it's beautiful on our street. I live on a little street, and it's lovely now. You know, the green grass and the flowers are blooming. It's just so pretty. And I just could picture, well, walking through the park or walking down a lovely street in the spring, right? That song, by the way, was a very popular recording for Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole. He sang that in 1953. The song's actually from 1932. But it's called A Little Street Where Old Friends Meet. Yeah. Well, my friends, that's Sounds of Spring. And it's part 3 next week. I've got part 4 coming up. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for your wonderful emails, and some of you even called me. I really appreciate it. I'm just glad you enjoy my shows. So, hope you got a lot guessed and got quite a few right, huh? Thank you very much. Take care of yourselves. Love you very much, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.